Hey guys, Jano Zero, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land. Or whatever part of the world that you are in. Me and my buddy Wayne, and we know it's Wayne from Wayne's Homestead because he has his name tag on. I'll get a shot of that in a minute. We're out here on the Sims Creek, out here in southern Lawrence County, Ohio. We have just gained access to this particular fishing spot from the gentleman who owns it. So the fishing has been terrible as of late. It has not been very good at all. So we figured we'd make a fishing video. Me and Wayne are going to try to catch some supper. I'm fishing on the bottom right now. I'm just using a basic bottom fishing rig with a weight and a swivel and the worm off to the side. I'm starting off with night crawlers just to see if there's anything biting. I love creek fishing, man. We're I think about 7 miles away from my house, and we're probably about, what, maybe 4 or 5 miles away from the Ohio River, straight south of us. I love creek fishing. You just never know what you're going to drag out of these creeks. This is a smaller creek, but it is still, oh, you got something, huh? You got a rockfish. But it's still got fish in here. Whatever's in the Ohio is in here. The water's down pretty low, which I don't really understand because we've had a lot of rain, but we've had a lot of short rain bursts just keep everything humid. Anyway, y'all asked for a fishing video, so I'm not going to guarantee anything cool or exciting is going to happen. So we'll see what happens. I am using a Zebco 404 reel, and it's on some kind of a, I don't know, venture rod, something that we picked up somewhere. Our local tackle box store in South Point, Ohio, sells these Zebco 404 reels for $11.99 a piece. This rod holder, I made this out of an electric fence post that you can get at Tractor Supply for like $2. And then I just heated up a couple of these where the wire runs through. I just heated them up and bent them down so that we can put our rod in at several different levels depending on how steep the bank is. And it's got this little spike at the bottom here that you just push it right into the ground. And it works great for holding up your rod. And we are fishing. Tighten up the line. Like I say, I just bottom fishing. Bottom fishing. Tight lining to see if there's anything active. Right now Wayne is using a float to see. We still haven't kind of figured out how to fish this area, so we're trying to see if they're suspended, if they're on the bottom, kind of, you know, what's going on, so to speak. So, and we've got all of our baits with us. We've got our homemade bait that we made. We've got some cut bait. We've got night crawlers. And we can even, up here around the edge of the field, we can even walk that and catch some grasshoppers and stuff if we need to, just to try to see what the best kind of bait is going to be, what they're biting on, and what is biting. So far, I've fished this creek a couple of times in some different spots, and I've caught a couple of little flathead catfish, a couple of little channel cats. We've caught some drum, smallmouth bass, and various brim bluegills and stuff like that. So, hopefully this video won't be boring as crap. We'll try to make it as good as an Uncle Steve fishing video. We love Uncle Steve, man. And coffee. The one thing that I do use that Uncle Steve doesn't use is I always got my cup of coffee handy. So we'll see. If anything happens, if anything cool happens, then we'll turn the camera on and see if we can catch fish. Oh, if you guys want to see how Wayne sets his rig up and how I set my rig up, then let us know in the comments. And Wayne said he would make a video about how we set our rigs up, our bottom fishing rigs. And if you guys want to see how I made this exactly, let me know, and I'll try to make a video about making another one of these.
You want that shut off?
Yeah, might as well make that happen, yeah. I'm cutting up some cut bait, and we got a nibble on this night crawler here on my first pole. Wayne went over there to catch him, so let's watch him work his magic. It looked to me like it was biting like a little bitty channel cat. Them little peck bites. But it's a sign of life. A sign of life is promising. I don't know if you can see Wayne's floating around out there. He already got snagged and lost it. We won't laugh at him. They may have got the bait. Nope, didn't get it. They've been working on it though. Alright, well, something else happens, we'll turn the camera back on. Alright, Wayne got a bite and he hooked something. What's he got? Oh look, it's like a fish, only smaller.
It's a fish. Look how cute.
Yeah. And I told you guys I'd get a shot of his name tag there. That way he doesn't forget his name.
Well, that's the only way they're going to tell us apart.
Well, we know that there's life in here. In this little creek. Little channel cats. Hopefully there's going to be big channel cats. That is a channel cat, right?
Yeah.
Let me get it. Hold him out so the folks can see him, man.
He's slippery.
Yeah. Little channel cat. Well,
One of
alrighty.
these days he'll be a channel cat.
Yeah. We'll see if anything else happens. It's mid-morning now. And we'll see what happens. I know most people want to say, well, if you're catfishing, you should catfish at night. But we're not just catfishing. We're fishing for whatever will bite in here is what we're fishing for. So, alrighty, there's one down. At least we didn't get skunked. We'll catch back up with you guys up in a little bit. Get the camera.
I got it.
Yeah, he did snag around a log. But...
You're going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I hooked on the one too, right here after Wayne did his. And it's a little bit bigger, but not much bigger. Little old channel cat. Little old channel cat, he's not very big, but these little ones like this, if we were going to keep him to eat him, we would just clean him like we would a brim, which is just skin him and gut him and cut the head off and then cook him whole. Nothing to write home to mom about, but you know what? If we were fishing for supper, this would be helpful, fishing for supper. The little channel cat, you can see that he's got a cleft in his tail and he's spotted along the side, and we caught him on a night crawler. So I didn't get skunked today either. So if we anything else happens, hopefully we'll catch some more of these, because if we catch enough of them that are this size, even though they look small, and a bunch of people are going to give me a bunch of crap for keeping small ones, the smaller creeks like this are going to be full of these kind of little fish. And every once in a while you're going to catch a big one out here too. Where there's small ones, there's bigger ones. So we'll go put him in the basket for now, and if this is the only one that we catch, then we'll turn him loose, and if we catch a whole bunch more to go with him, then we'll have supper. So we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Alright, looks like Wayne hooked into another one. They're biting pretty good, the smaller ones are anyway. Oh, another little bitty channel cat. Well,
He's feisty.
yeah, he is. Another little bitty channel cat. So apparently this pool here at some point has been a nursery, a channel cat nursery. We're going to try to see if we can find where the parents and the grandparents are. So anyway, that's catfish number 3 on night crawlers. I'm going to switch over and put a piece of cut bait on, and then I'm going to put a piece of our homemade dough bait on, and we'll see how well that works. I've used that dough bait a couple of times, and it does good at staying on the hook. I just haven't, like I said, we haven't been catching any fish. The fishing here lately has been pretty bad. So anyway, we'll catch up with you guys here in a little second. Give you a quick view of the creek that we're fishing. Not a very big creek, but every once in a while, in the spots like here, looks to me like that would be a deeper hole, and this channel down through here is pretty deep. Every once in a while, you manage to get a decent sized one out of here. So we shall see. Alrighty, gonna put him back in. It's been probably close to an hour since we caught our last one. So I think we're going to pack up and move to a different spot here in a second. We didn't catch anything here except little small channel cats today on night crawlers. They wouldn't bite on anything else. So if this pool that we're fishing here, this little deep pool that we're fishing here, is just got them little channel cats in it, like it's a nursery or something, where they spawned and this is where the babies are, then we'll probably wait and come back here after we get a couple more rains. You're gonna bite. A couple more rains, and that'll have the creeks and the rivers up again. That's what I love about fishing creeks and rivers is there's always going to be new stuff coming in and out. And after a good rain, then the shallow spots will be deeper spots, and the fish can travel and get around through. So I think for the time being now, we're going to go up creek a little ways, unless Wayne happens to land a great big giant one here, which I don't think so, because it was biting like the rest of them were biting, which were the little small, the little small hits real quick. So if he does catch it, it's very probably going to be another really small channel cat. So here in a second, we're going to move up the creek a little ways. Pack all the gear up. Driving around the edge of this cornfield. The creek is on the left, and of course the cornfield is on the right. That'd be where all the corn is. And this is where we're trying to get to another spot now. Driving around the edge of these fields, trying to find a place where we can get down. A lot of it, the creek is a real steep bank, so we're trying just to get to a different spot that we know up the road a ways here. Okay guys, sorry, the second spot that we fished, we didn't have any way to take the camera with us because it was a really steep bank and I didn't want it to drop it in the water. The third spot that we fished, we just forgot the camera. So sorry about that, but the goal was to catch supper, and this is the fruits of our labor for the last couple of days. We've got these 4 little channel cats. Yeah, we realize that they're not big, but we weren't fishing for big. We were fishing for eats. So between this and then over here we got this little flathead catfish that I caught day before yesterday, I think. And then we got this little mussel that I dug out of the mud that was next to the fish basket in the mud. That'll be a little tasty treat. We'll just crack it open like you do a clam. You just crack it open and get the meat out of the inside of it. It won't be a whole lot, but it'll be a little tasty treat. So there you have it. That was the fruits of our fishing trip, and we're glad we did it. I will leave a link to Wayne's channel down in the description box, so that those of you who are interested in seeing how we tie up our riggings while we're fishing, he's going to make a video about that. And I caught the biggest one that was in there today. I caught the biggest one by far.
Wait. I caught the biggest one.
No, nuh-uh. I caught the biggest one. There
no, that one there is mine.
I caught the biggest one. But, I broke a nail. Time out. I'm telling. Anyway. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Had a nice gratuitous shot of Willie in there, my Willie truck. And you guys get out and go fishing and enjoy the outdoors. If we can do it, you guys can totally do it. Check out Wayne's channel for this upcoming rigging video on how we tie our stuff. Have a great day. God bless.
The end.
Buzz, the end.